Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tyria, then the show where we play Guild Wars 1 in release order. Yeah, release order.
hmm
Miko, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be back.
I was
Hope you're
starting
doing
to.
well.
Yeah, no, I'm finally not sick. Actually,
This is good.
yeah, I've been not sick for about a month now, and it feels really nice. December and
Yeah.
January were brutal for me. Um, how are you doing?
Um. Well, I haven't been. Well, I'm not sick, but I've been migrainey all month.
See, and that's
Annoying.
bad from what I hear. I don't get
Yeah.
them, but I hear that's bad.
They suck. They suck. And so my brain is a little bit mushy, and my memory, which is always questionable, I've been calling it data corruption, brain data corruption. That's what I'm experiencing. So I'll have conversations, and then the next day I don't remember them. Sometimes even like just 30 seconds later I don't remember. I'm like, what did I just say?
I mean, as we
So
move closer to the singularity as a race, I think data corruption is an
uh,
accurate way
yep, yep,
to describe
yep.
what's happening to all of us. In all honesty,
Yeah,
um,
for sure.
guys, these Guild Wars 1 updates just keep on coming.
Yeah, they do.
January 28th, ArenaNet came at us with another one. Now, this is an episode of Tyria. Then we're going to be talking about like doing Eye of the North stuff for like an hour.
Yep.
But real quick at the top, guys, Melander's Accord. Iron Man mode has come to Guild Wars 1.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Have you
You've
ever...
been kind of doing the Iron Man mode for this show.
Yeah. So for this show, I kind of do a self-sufficient account kind of thing. The Melander's Accord Iron Man mode that they've just released for the game, it is a little more strict. So it's a character-based Iron Man mode.
hmm
So you can't like share items across characters, and you can't share like account-wide unlocks and stuff. You have to do everything on the character. Everything is character locked for this badge. Kind
That's
of.
kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it's a cool idea. If I had the time to sit down and like invest myself in this, I would probably really enjoy it.
hmm
I like the idea of Iron Man modes. They have a really good one in old school RuneScape. Uh, Probably has the best one. And they've been doing it since like 2016 or something. So uh, they kind of started the Iron Man wave, and a few games have implemented it since. Have you ever played an MMO with an Iron Man mode?
I have not, and I've not even actually. I've tried to do like the legendary Defender of Ascalon thing, which essentially becomes like its own little Iron Man
It's a challenge
ish.
in that vein.
Yeah, and just always give up.
Yeah, it definitely
That's
takes
kind
some
of what it is.
patience.
Mm-hmm.
It's for people who really want to sink their teeth into experiencing different ways of acquiring things. Because you get really
Mm-hmm.
used to, oh, I need this, I'll go to Camadan and I'll buy it from someone, right?
Right. Right.
Um,
Yeah.
and when you get really bored of that, and when the game feels really stale, because you've just traded for everything you want and you're wealthier than a Vabian prince, um,
Right.
you're going to start to be like, well, what if I just did it all myself? What if when I needed fur squares, I had to look up on the wiki who drops fur squares and go farm them, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the idea behind the Melandrius Accord Iron Man, because I think the most interesting stipulation on here is it's mostly, all the stipulations are mostly about restricting trading and account-wide unlocks. But
Yeah.
you are also not able to use any vendors that are dependent on player economics. So you can't use like material traders.
And that's I don't know that I could do it,
Yeah, can you
to be honest.
imagine?
Yeah, no.
Common materials not so bad, but imagine having to go farm vials of ink if you needed vials of ink.
Yeah, no. No. Yeah, I couldn't I don't think I could do it. If
Yeah.
you guys are out there trying this, let us know what you think about it, cuz I mean, I get the premise. I think it's a cool premise, and if you've got the patience and the stomach for it, I want to hear about it and let us know what you guys think.
I would love to hear as well. You know what my favorite thing about the implementation of this mode is?
Hmm. What's
Back
that?
all the way in like episode 2 of this series, I talked trash about the random material traders that are out in
You
explorable
did.
areas.
They're like, why do we need these guys?
And now Iron Men are probably all over these dudes.
Yeah, yeah.
Iron Men can't wait to go see that guy in Old Ascalon that'll sell you like discounted parchment or whatever the fuck.
Yep.
So keep an eye out for anybody you come across that's doing that. You get a little green badge with it. I don't know how many of these badges you can have at the same time. Like if you can do Doom's Covenant and Melander's Accord at the same time, I imagine you can.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for those badges and let us know if you guys have tried this and what your experience has been.
It was funny because when I was in Eye of the North earlier today, I saw someone with a Reforged badge on active, and I was like, well, that's pretty cool.
Pretty much every player I see has them active.
I haven't seen them I think I saw maybe a couple in Eye of the North Outpost, but I mostly saw them when we were trying stuff out for our episode, our review episode, in like Ascalon City and whatnot. But other than that, I haven't really seen them.
Now it's been a few months.
Today.
Yeah, it's been a few months since.
Yeah.
So these players are starting to get into like the high level areas and stuff.
But cool that they can wear the badge still in like non-prophecies, non-starter zones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you've earned the badge, you can wear the badge. Yeah. The badges are fun. Glad that they are still updating this 20-something-year-old game because it makes me all the more invested in creating content for it. Which brings us to our kind of main episode. Miko, what is going on in the plot of Guild Wars Eye of the North since we started it with our first Eye of the North episode last time?
So we took two characters that we had taken through one of the campaigns. You chose your prophecies character. I chose my factions characters. We jumped into a hole to investigate what this chasm thing was, and we ended up running around the bowels of Tyria to come across a dwarf and a little guy that looks like Stitch, whose name is Vekk. I don't think we still know what
is not named Stitch.
Not named Stitch. His name is Vekk. And I still don't know that we have heard what his race is. I don't think he's told us yet.
The quest log certainly has, because we have a quest that's called the Knowledgeable Asura.
Right. So that's what the thank you quest log. But yeah, so we don't know what these Asura little dudes are yet.
I think we have heard Vekk self-reference himself as an Asura in one of the cutscenes from last episode. But
Did he?
I want to say so. I'm not 100% sure.
I will believe your memory more than mine right now.
Somebody, one of our viewers, please go check the wiki and see if that's the case. Get back to us. But even if we have heard the term Asura, our character, besides looking at Vekk, doesn't really know what that means, right?
Right.
We don't have any concept of the culture or like world state of the Asura as an entity on Tyria. That's not what we're going to be diving into in today's episode, though.
No. When we ran into our little dwarf guy, Ogden, Joan Healer, and our little Asura guy Vekk, we ran into an Asura gate basically, and popped out in the far Shiver Peaks, and we came across a giant lady, who we find out is a Norn, and her name is Jorah.
No H on that.
No H because she's Norn. She's Norn. She's not Vabian.
Yeah, I think after Nightfall, ArenaNet was like, all right, guys, let's chill out on the letter H.
So we meet Jorah, and she's getting roasted by some of her Norn brethren, because she can't become the bear, apparently. She's lost her ability to shapeshift as Norn can. And yeah, so we go to the Eye of the North because that's where people direct us to, which is an outpost, and it's pretty badass looking. Um, and we meet a girl who is in charge there because her captain has led an expeditionary force out, and we find out that she's from Ascalon, and that her name is Gwen. And so this is little Gwen that used to follow us around and was looking for her flute.
I think she skips, doesn't she?
She does skip.
Am I imagining that, or is her like
No,
walk
she
animation
skips.
skipping?
Yeah, she skips as she follows us around pre-searing Ascalon. So she's now all grown up, and she's kind of got an edge to her. She takes us to this area of the Eye of the North called the Hall of Monuments, and there's a scrying pool in there that she tells us that her and her Ebon Vanguard fellow Ascalonians have not been able to activate, and yet they know it's a scrying pool. And our character's like, oh yeah, I'd probably just need to concentrate because okay. And so we're able to commune with the scrying pool, and we see that these creatures that had been chasing us through the bowels of Tyria when we were running for our lives with Vekk and Ogden, these things called destroyers, they are on the move. And Vekk and Ogden are like, we need to rally the troops, rally the people up here to fight the destroyers.
Hence the titling of the quest, Against the Destroyers.
Yes. So that's kind of like what we're at right now, and it is a big quest chain with 3 prongs. We can go and we can choose to go help the Asura to rally their help. We can choose to find the missing Vanguard to try and rally the Ascalonians' help, or we can choose to track the Norn. We have to do all of these things in order to complete the objectives for Against the Destroyers. So we have opted to find out what's up with the Norn since we're in the Shiver Peaks.
I feel like
it feels rather fitting.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good place to start. No,
Yeah.
that was a very comprehensive recap.
That's pretty good for no notes and my brain being mush. Go me.
Yeah, that didn't seem like
I'm pretty proud of that.
That didn't seem like brain mush at all. That sounded like that sounded like you played everything yesterday. But we played this new chapter today, actually, guys. Both of us did.
Yeah.
So we're fresh on this.
Yep.
I made some changes to my character.
You were. I was out there trying to find. I went in to talk to Artificer Molinex because he had a side quest that was going to be in the area that we needed to get to, and all of a sudden Aaron whispers me, and he's like, I'm spending so much time trying to get this one skill. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and then you checked the friends roster, and it showed Aaron in Champion's Dawn, of all places.
Yeah, of all places.
I needed
what were you doing out there?
So firstly, I wanted to get the skill Whirlwind Attack, which is a Nightfall Sunspear skill. Because it's just like, if you're a warrior and you don't have Whirlwind Attack, what are you doing? It's usable on any weapon. It's AoE plus 20 damage. It's just good. Okay. Right. So I got to get it. So I go play like 45 minutes of Nightfall so I can get this. Because you have to get to rank 1 Sunspear, but when you go over, you only get like 15 Sunspear points per quest.
Right.
So I had to play like a little chunk of Nightfall to grab that. And then I decided I didn't like my hammer anymore.
No.
Yeah, so I've made the decision to convert to an Axeman.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm rampaging.
More damage now, right?
Theoretically, yeah. I'm rampaging through the Shiver Peaks, swinging an axe around like a psychotic murderer. And
right.
The thing about like normally you would go to Cambodin and you would like, want to buy WTB in the trade chat, max damage plus 30 2020 1550 axe, right?
Right.
And somebody would
Yep.
walk up to you and they'd have one, and you'd pay like 1k gold or something for it.
Sure.
I don't trade with people on this account, so I have to like find where in the game I can get one of these. And it turns out weaponsmiths are the quickest way, and those weapons cost 5,000 gold.
5 platinum.
Yeah, for a blue for a blue battle
Wow.
axe with a lame skin and no mods on it.
Feels bad.
Yeah, if I had more time,
So-
I could have collector farmed something, but I like didn't feel like doing that.
So did you drop the 5 platinum?
Not only did I drop the 5, I dropped the 10 because I needed a shield too.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, and that was all money that I was gonna spend. Last episode, I was like, oh, I'll go get the char armor, right? Because that's cool. Turns out that armor is very expensive. You need fur squares for it, which is a rare material. So I was not able to acquire the char armor because after buying an axe and shield, I had no more money.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So now you got to save up again before you can get that armor.
Yeah, so instead I just bought like a new helmet and converted my current armor set to an axe armor set.
Okay.
So yeah, now I'm like cyclone axing and whirlwind attacking.
Well, maybe by the time we get to the char, you'll have enough money saved up that you can get that armor in order to go and troll them.
I hope so. I sold like a bunch of stacks of materials too. I was super out of money because I had to like buy runes and stuff. It was a questionable decision because it's like I'm doing the warrior. So one of our viewers, when we were doing like early prophecies, I want to say Crystal Desert, so like late prophecies rather. I was going through Thirsty River, the mission, and I was like, gosh, the only skill to capture here is Warrior's Endurance, and that skill sucks. And one of our viewers was like, dude, Warrior's Endurance is awesome. What are you talking about? I've now slotted it on my skill bar, and guys, Warrior's Endurance is awesome.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, it's great. It just makes every time you hit an enemy. Somebody just started up their motorcycle outside.
I was wondering what that was.
So sorry, everybody.
It sounded a little dull, like you had just under.
Oh my goodness! I haven't heard that guy start his motorcycle in weeks, and the minute I sit down to record a podcast,
maybe he had, he wanted to just like have an opinion on Warrior's Endurance.
Yeah,
so he started up it revs his engine.
He heard me from upstairs, and he was like, "All right, I got to put in my 2 cents.
I know how to have the best tag on this."
Yeah, I've got to put in my 2 cents. But no, Warrior's Endurance is great. It just gives you 3 energy every time you hit something, which means you can spam. So Warriors only have 20 energy, which really limits their ability to spam skills that cost energy. Which is why warriors have adrenaline, right? So they have like a whole other thing they can do. If you have warrior's endurance, you can spam energy skills all you want.
Nice.
So I slapped power attack, the strength skill on my bar that just hits for a crap load of extra damage, and now I can just spam that all the time. It's awesome.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's good.
So I'm having a fun time with my new axe abilities. It's a nice change.
Well, good.
It's a little more spammy. It's a little less clunky than the hammer.
Well, alrighty then.
But my weapon sucks and is overpriced.
Right.
Did you make any sweeping changes to your loadout or party comp?
I got rid of our golem friend, whose name I don't remember now.
Who makes it so you can't see anything when you're trying to play the game?
Mox, right? Mox. Yeah. I got rid of Mox because I can't see anything, and I took Talon Silverwing because he doesn't block my sight lines, and he's a little bit more fun.
Yeah, I think he's got like Dragon Slash or something.
Yeah, as soon as I put my party together, I was like, yeah, I remember Aaron said that the henchmen have like better builds now. I should go check those out. And then of course I promptly forgot and I didn't. So I just put a group together and it seemed to work and it was fine. I took Talon, I took the Interrupt Ranger.
Zoe.
Whose name? Zoe, thank you. I took Sin because fire and Lena for protection. And then it was that 4 or 5? I think that was 5. At one point, I swapped out. I think I swapped out. Did I swap out Sin? I think I swapped out Sin, and I took the blood, necro, just because
Oh, Eve.
I wanted to see what she'd. Eve, yes, thank you. And she will drop blood ritual on you. I think she'll cast that on you as the party leader. I guess.
And I've been
And
enjoying blood ritual. I've been enjoying blood is power on Master of Whispers and Nightfall. But I think blood ritual is similar.
yeah.
Gives you like energy regen, right?
Yeah. And
good
so
stuff.
she'll drop that on me, and I'm like, oh, this is good stuff. And then as I was going around doing some of these silly side quests, I was getting some of the title track skills. And so I put one on that I was like, oh yeah, I remember. I don't remember if I used it, but I know that one of my guild mates used Ebon Vanguard Assassin a lot, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll put this on. And I swapped out one of the high cost spirit skills, and I put that on, and I was like, this is probably not a good skill to be using not against Char, because this dude he dies quick. So
I use
gotta
Ebon.
take his.
Yeah, I use Ebon Vanguard Assassin always on pretty much any caster character. It's a mainstay on my main account.
Yeah, well, I slapped it on my bar. He dies pretty quick. 12 seconds is what he lasts if it's not against a Char, 28 if it's against a Char. So I'm not sure if it'll stay for now, but it might make a comeback. I don't know yet. There is a spirit skill that I picked up, but I think it is I need to test it because I think it might be like a ranger spirit type skill.
Yeah, I find just in my own experience, whenever I pop Ebon Vanguard Assassin support on somebody, the assassin usually does probably over 100 damage before it dies. But he does die real quick.
Yeah, he died pretty quick. So I'm like, well, do I need to like level up my title track? Will that, because I think that affects your ranking, will affect the lifespan and the power level, or just the level of the support. Ebon Vanguard support.
It definitely affects the duration. I don't remember if it affects what level. I think it starts at level 16 and then it's a level 20 assassin if you're maxed.
Yeah, that's what he's I think level 14 for me.
Yeah.
So I guess that shows you how low my Ebon Vanguard rank is. But yeah, so I don't know. We're gonna work on that title track, and I figured, well, let's do something.
What quest do you get Ebon Vanguard Assassin support from?
It's one of Artificer Molinex's quests. Service practice dummy. Practice, dummy.
Is that in the? So that's in the chain you did for Molinex today?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe
It's not really a chain. I think it just he just offers you quests. I don't know. It came after I finished the Char Invaders.
Yeah, because I didn't do Char Invaders, so that makes sense why you got that and I didn't. I love that skill, so it's one that I want to pick up. But at the same time, I'm on a warrior and I only have 20 energy, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it'll fit on a warrior, but
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't. It costs 10 energy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm used to it being very good because I'm used to using it on my main account where I'm rank 10 Norn. So the assassin is level 20 and he can kind of hold his own. But yeah, a level 14 assassin is going to get stomped really fast.
Yeah, it was kind of not. I was like, do I even have you around for now?
Yeah,
maybe I should work on my title track.
I'd probably take finish him instead if we're thinking like Eye of the North skills.
Yeah.
We're going to be unlocking more skills in the subsequent episodes, guys. We did a handful of side quests this episode. And then we kind of linked up with Jorah and did Jorah's stuff this episode.
Yep.
I found myself rolling out with Eve, the Necro henchman, Lena, the Protector henchman, Aiden, the Ranger, and Lo Sha.
Lo Sha's good.
Yeah,
I've got Gwen, so I didn't bring Lo Sha.
I just like having Mesmers on my team,
Yeah, I like them too.
In retrospect, I should have brought Sin. I don't know why. I was like, I already have an Elementalist, but I don't have a Fire Elementalist, and we're in an ice area. So
Yeah.
you're kind of a brain dead decision of me not to bring Sin. I will probably bring her next time. But yeah, the party's pretty cracking. I think I died a couple times, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried about it. How did you do getting started with tracking the Norn bear, the first Norn quest that we get?
So we have to, let's see, where are my notes? I lost my tab. Yeah, so we meet up with Jorah, and she's still, we're trying to help her. She's still kind of not wanting to accept our help. And so we have to go and find someone called Gunnar Poundfist, who's out in Gunnar's Hold.
Yeah, I got the impression when I talked to Jorah, she's telling us about her plight in like intricate detail, but then she's like, "But I don't need help."
Yeah.
And the impression I'm getting
help
is,
me, but don't help me.
Yeah, she's low key asking for help. You know, it's kind of a cry for help. Is the vibe I'm getting.
She's very proud, as the Norn are, and they like to be solo hunters, since they've got this. You know, they don't. At one point, she tells Ogden, "We don't have leaders; we have heroes."
I also quoted
sort
that in my notes.
Yeah. I love the Norn.
They're highly individualistic.
They very much are, and you know, you ask her, you know, can we help you? And she's just like, nope, don't need it. But you know, we're like, all right, well, we're just gonna continue on our way, and if we happen to come across this thing, we'll, you know, hunt it.
Yeah, we're keeping our eyes peeled, and she's like...
We're keeping our eyes peeled.
Yeah, and she's like, well, you can't help me, but, you know, if you wanted to know more about the Norn, you could I don't know, go to Gunnar's Hold or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, go talk to my people.
Yeah.
Who won't talk to me.
Yeah, exactly, because she's kind of shunned by her people right now because she can't transform, and because of another detail that we're going to learn about soon with the Norn bear.
Yes.
So I found the run to Gunnar's Hold very uneventful.
Yeah, and because I had picked up the Char Invaders quest, which is right outside of Gunnar's Hold, I had a little bit more to do. So I did that as well. Clean out a couple of patrols, and that's it. They're not very hard. There's some level 20s and a lot of level 8s.
Wow.
Of the Char. So definitely doable.
And that's from that guy standing in the middle of Eye of the North, Artificer Mulinix.
Artificer Mulinix, yep.
Yeah. And that's just the premise of that quest is just a bunch of Char are attacking. And that's it.
Yeah. They're making a sortie basically into this far south of the Far Shiver Peaks, into the snowy area. Artificer Mulinix tells you that they are generally further north, in the Char homelands, and they need to keep them there. They don't want them to come this far south because they seem to think that they can, you know, make incursions against humans, and the humans don't want that.
Yeah, I didn't do this one because I was like, oh, well, that sounds like a thing I should do for the Ascalon plot later.
Yeah,
but
it
you
does
might as well
pick up
do
Yeah, I mean, it does open up, I think, I checked the wiki, it does open up, it leads to a side, or quest chain. So I was like, well, okay, I'll just do this one since I just picked it up, and I won't do any more.
Okay.
Related.
You did that one, and you did the next one to get the Vanguard Assassin, right?
Yeah.
What was the next one about?
Yeah, I just kept, so the next one is, you have to, hang on, let's go. La, la. You pick up this quest called Service. Practice, dummy. So you basically, he's like, all right, well, we've got to like practice taking care of ourselves. We've got Norn that kind of come in here and challenge us every once in a while because they're Norn and they want to fight. We don't want to fight. We don't have the manpower. So he's like, so we've got to train, and you need to go out and train against the training dummies. And you go in to this solo quest, and you are there with 3 of the NPCs from Eye of the North, like the rune trader, another merchant, and another guy. And they're basically fighting with you, but you're fighting static training dummies. So it's kind of like when you're out in Champion's Dawn.
So it's just a free
area.
quest.
It's a free quest. You got to defeat 20 training dummies. And they hype themselves up because they've like just beat the tar out of 20 practice dummies. You've got 3 minutes to do it. It's really easy. And that's it. You finish, you get 100 Vanguard points, and Ebon Vanguard Assassin support as the skill.
That's nice. That's
So
a
it's
nice
pretty free.
quest reward for a free quest.
Yeah.
You know what I ended up doing again before playing the content?
Huh.
I had to do that stupid hero flagging thing for First Spear Divad in Nightfall. So I could get Whirlwind Attack.
Also, you could get the points, right? The Sunseeker points.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's part of like the primary quest objective if you're a transitioning character from another campaign.
Right.
So you don't have a choice, you have to do it.
Oh man.
Very obnoxious. Yeah. I did not do the against the Char, or the Char incursion. I did do Mono and Norno, which is also from Artificer Mulinix.
I did that one as well.
How did that go for you? I had to.
Okay.
I died on the first one, but you're a ritualist with Signet of Spirits, so I imagine it went well.
I
for you.
basically just precast my spirits and stood back and let him fight the spirits, and I cast empathy on him every once in a while, and it was easy.
Yeah. You as a ritual, boy, did you pick the right character to play Eye of the North on. Because there are a lot of these solo quests, and Spirit Spammer Ritualist is like the build people load on to do them.
Oh yeah.
Essentially.
It's so great.
Yeah. Me as a warrior, I am going to be having a very tough time with these solo quests. So I went in with my standard hammer build. This was before I switched builds. And I was like, oh, I'll just DPS race him. I'll win. It's fine. I did not win. He killed me. So I noticed that he was knocking me down a lot. He was like running my build on me.
Okay.
So I grabbed a skill called Doliak Signet, which makes you immune to knockdowns and gives you a bunch of armor.
Right.
And then I crushed him because he couldn't do anything to me.
There you go.
That's the one time in the entire history of the game that Doliak Signet has been useful for me.
Doliak Signet. There you go.
Yeah.
Remember that, friends.
It gives you a bunch of armor, it makes you immune to knockdown, and it makes you move 75% slower.
Yeah.
But
like
if you're not moving at all, it's great. So
yeah, exactly.
I don't remember what I got as a reward for this quest.
You get 100 Vanguard points and a skill called Deft Strike.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to use that.
Yeah.
I think it's
it's a ranged skill, a ranged attack, I should say. Gives you inflicts bleeding.
Yeah.
If the foe has cracked armor.
Yeah, there's not really any room for that in my axe murderer setup.
No.
So that was half of the side questing I did. I did that side quest, and then I did one a little later.
Yep.
Did you run into the Norn Bear before you got into Gunner's Hold?
I did.
Yeah, he pops up.
He pops up. It was funny because I went through a portal. I guess I can't remember what map area I was going through now, but I went through a portal. I had gone up to the local Norn that you can fight at the Res Shrine, and the Norn Bear shows up, and my party, beats him, gets him down low. The dialogue triggers, oh no, he's escaped again, and literally the guy is standing right there. His health is coming right back up. My people are still attacking him, and I was like, well, I wonder how long this is going to last. It took a while before he actually disappeared.
Yeah, it's really buggy.
Yeah.
Because the main thing is that your party, like, DPSs him down too fast most of the time. So the dialogue prompts are, like, struggling to keep up. So what the game implements to combat that is they just make his health pop back up.
Right.
And so yeah, he's hanging out like way longer than he's supposed to. The same thing happens to
Mm-hmm.
me. And so that's kind of the game telling us that like, hey, you're running into this guy all over the place. He's kind of like there every time you zone into a new zone while you have this quest active.
Yeah.
There were some Norn gravestones outside of Gunnar's Hold.
Yes. I interacted with them. They were kind of funny.
Yeah, they talked about great deeds that people had done, and I think all three of them involved drinking a lot.
Yes. So you start getting that the Norn like to party hard after they're going out and killing hard.
Yeah, I think if I was going to be a member of any Guild Wars nationality, it would probably be the Norn.
Yeah.
They seem like life seems pretty good for the Norn. They've all got like a homestead.
Mm-hmm.
You get to be big, right? Who doesn't want to be big?
Right.
And then they've got good ale.
They've got good ale. They enjoy themselves. And what more could you want?
Exactly. I did run into a guy named Ivar Stew Brewer, which is a great name.
That is a great name.
He's a collector, and he wants me to bring him Jotun hides because he has a nasty case of frostbite on his big toe. So they're not as cold immune as we first suspected.
Well, that's good to know. I think they're all going around. I can't remember what their footwear looks like, but if it's anything to go by like Jorah's quote unquote armor, yeah, you could see how they'd be getting.
I don't think I've run into a single female Norn who wasn't in a fur bikini.
Mm-hmm.
I think they all have been. Gunnar Poundfist is also in a fur bikini for what it's worth. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah. And then you get to Gunnar's Hold, and it's a pretty cool outpost. I like ran around and looked at things because it was cool.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite outposts.
It's a very cozy outpost.
It is very cozy. I like all of the bonfires that they've got around. You got tons of vendors in Gunnar's Hold.
Yeah, it reminds me of the town in How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Because all the shops are like covered in Viking shields, and that's very How to Train Your Dragon, like visually.
Yeah, that's a good vibe. It's a good vibe.
Yeah, it's
the Norn have a good vibe.
The whole expansion has a good vibe so far. I was running through the explorable areas, just like, damn, this is a vibe.
Yeah.
The visual upgrade is palpable from the first three games, and I don't know how much of that is reforged or not.
Right.
But I'm finding I'm enjoying looking at the game a lot.
Maybe... I don't know that they've actually applied the reforged graphical stuff to Eye of the North yet.
I have no idea.
I thought that was coming later.
Yeah, I know a lot of the assets in Eye of the North are sharpened up compared to the first three campaigns. So probably seeing a lot of that as I'm running through stuff. There is a dude around Gunnar's Hold named Kilroy Stonekin. Did you talk to this man?
Yeah, I did.
Did you do anything that he wanted to do?
Yes. Yeah, so this guy is a dwarf, and he's always trying to learn from the Norn and their fighting style. And so he's like, you want in on this? And yeah. So it's another solo quest for another title track skill. This one from the dwarf line. And you go in. It's called Punch the Clown. You go in and you've got to fight a bunch of Norn using brass knuckles as your weapon.
Yeah, you got to equip the brass knuckles, and they do like 0 to 0 damage. But when you use the skills that they give you, you do damage.
Yeah.
Do you know what famous internet meme this guy is a reference to?
I don't. I probably knew at some point, but I don't anymore.
He's Leroy Jenkins.
Of course he is.
Because so you this fight, Punch the Clown, you find yourself in there's a little fight arena in Gunnar's Hold.
Yeah.
And you've got like 10 Norns standing in a semicircle, and they come at you like 1 or 2 at a time, and you beat them up.
Yeah.
Health pools are adjusted to work with the brass knuckle skills, because you do like 25 and 30 damage with the brass knuckle skills. And then you
there's one that does like 80.
Yeah, and then there's a big hit that does 80. And you get more skills the more of these quests you do as well. And you like get a 200 health heal if you knock someone out. So that's how you can kind of 1v5 and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, so you do this.
I like the stance that gives you like some damage immunity.
Yeah.
That stance skill is pretty good, and it is spammable, which is great.
Yeah, that's the block, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I find myself not using it much, but the boss of this quest chain uses it a lot, and it really threw me off. So I should pay more attention to it. You do that one, and you get Dwarven Headbutt, I want to say. And then the next quest in this chain is called Kilroy Stonekin's Punch Out Extravaganza.
Yeah, I did not do this one. I stopped at Punch the Clown. I was like, I'll come back and do you guys later.
Yeah, this is actually a dungeon quest. So you do you do a dungeon for this quest. It's the easiest dungeon in the game because it's balanced for brass knuckles, and it's a solo quest. It's just you and Kilroy, and Kilroy, have to go beat up this Stone Summit guy named Fraunus Irontoe. And
that's a great name.
Yeah, he's just hanging out in a dungeon with his Stone Summit boys. And we go in there with Kilroy, and that's when Kilroy does like the Leroy Jenkins thing, like he says his own name like that, and then he runs in.
Right. That's great.
And he does not stop running in throughout the whole dungeon. He just goes.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So the game puts like a 50% speed boost on you and just lets you go for it. In normal mode, it's pretty easy. You can farm this dungeon on hard mode because you get like a dungeon chest at the end. And the enemies are like fully leveled mobs that have like real drops. Like I got a gold drop doing this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so people farm this, and it's a farm that I did way back in the day. Because you can make like a few thousand gold a run if you get decent drops and you're in hard mode. So I've done this a million times, so I kind of breezed through it. I did get knocked out a couple times, but you just spam the get up skill and you get to get back up.
Yeah.
So
I got knocked down against, I think it was like 3 of them came at me, and I hadn't, my block was on cooldown, so they knocked me down, and I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, I think this is a really good example of what Guild Wars 2 wanted adventures to be. Guild Wars 2 has these adventures where it like gives you a unique skill system to interact with, and you like have an objective. I think this is the most fun version of that Guild Wars has produced, period. That's just for me though. I know a lot of people like South Sun Survival or whatever, I don't know. But I find this one really fun. It gives me flashback, doing it in with a warrior in armor. It gave me flashbacks to Skyrim, like unarmed build on Skyrim. And then the last quest in this chain is called Throwdown in Norntown, and you have to beat the Brass Knuckles champion Bjorn Thunderfist.
That's another great name.
Yeah, and he's kind of hard. He has like a real health pool. He has like 1,000 HP or something. And he does a lot of damage to you. And he knocked me out probably like 5 times.
Oh man!
But you can just keep spamming the get up skill, so it's fine. I whittled him down, and I ended up winning.
Good job.
And now I'm the Brass Knuckles man.
So there are any others after that or no?
That's the whole quest chain.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I knew I could like kind of squeeze that one in real quick because I'd done it before, so I knew it was a pretty quick one. All told, you can do the whole thing in like less than a half an hour.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and do that.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Dwarven Headbutt is a good skill if you want that. Maybe not for a ritualist, but it's pretty good for a warrior or an assassin or something like that. Kind of looping back to the main plot of the game. We got to talk to Gunnar Poundfist, who's the Lord Proprietor of this establishment.
Yes, he is. And you ask him what he can tell you about the Nornbear, and he's like, oh, you've run into Jorah, poor kid. But, everybody's got their own hunts, so for sure you can hunt this guy. But if you want to learn more, you need to go and find Sif, Shadowhunter in Sif Pala.
who was one of the Norn that were kind of teasing
That was
Jorah.
roasting. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Sif and Olaf, I want to say.
Yeah.
And maybe someone else, but I don't remember. I think it was just them.
Yeah.
And he kind of sends us off in that direction. Did you talk to him about like the Norn in general?
I didn't, because I was trying to get to the I was trying to get to the mission.
Yeah,
so I didn't ask him. I did less exploring because I kept getting pulled into these silly side quests, and then I was like, I need to eat dinner, and then I came back and I was like, I got to get to the mission. So I didn't do much exploring around.
Yeah, I didn't explore too much. I did go through his dialogue. He doesn't have much to tell us about the Norn that Jorah hasn't told us already. He just kind of goes over that they're basically all heavily libertarian, and
right.
They their culture is focused on deeds and personal accomplishments, and that they rather obtusely do not like to work together. They're individualistic to a fault, almost.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm ready to kind of head back out. There's a few NPCs in this area that are like uniquely named. There's a guy named Magni the Bison who has like a fighting tournament. But that, for me, so for you, you're going to be able to like blitz through that thing with spirit spam. For me, I'm going to have to change my build for every single encounter in that goddamn fighting tournament, and I was not here for it in this play session. So that'll be something I do at some point, because I think you can get like a helmet out of it or something. But I did not interact with the fighting tournament this time around.
Yeah.
So we got to head towards Sifhala to find Sif Shadowhunter.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
go?
another outpost that I really like. This one was good. I remembered that I like to hug the walls, hug the mountains, as I go. So it was fun kind of going back through areas that I spent a lot of time in. So you've got to go through Norhart domains, and then you've got to go and you get into, where the heck did it go?
I think we go to Drakkar Lake next.
Drakkar Lake, yes, which is always fun. And I remember not realizing that there is something in the water or in the ice of the lake.
Yeah, I think the game gives us an overhead shot of it at some point or another.
Yes,
but there is
and in case
dragon.
There's a dragon.
Secret. There's a dragon, right? It's a champion of a certain other entity, I believe.
Right. Yeah, and the name should clue you in. Drakkar. The game, I think they pronounce it Drakkar. But yeah, so that is your hint. That is something draconic in the water, in the ice. So yeah, so you're going through Drakkar Lake and you get to Sifhala, to Sif's homestead. And
on your way over
she's
there,
like,
did you run across any Jotun or Vetirs?
I did. I found Jotun, I found the Vetirs, I found Modnir, Centaurs.
Yeah, there's a tribe of centaurs here.
There was a boss that I came across, a Modnir boss that I killed.
Yeah, I killed him too. He's pretty unavoidable.
A ranger? Yeah. I think he was a ranger or a necro, one of the two.
Yeah, he's a ranger. He's one of the bounty banners in Sifhala.
Yeah, I noticed the bounty banners behind her, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't have time for that right now." So I'll probably go back at some point.
Yeah, I think though each of those relates to the Dirty Deeds quest. I'm not sure though. I'd have to actually
worthy deeds or dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
The AC/DC quests. Those are related to the AC/DC quest. Yeah. Do you say Jotun or Jotun?
I say Jotun.
Okay. I like Jotun better.
I've always pronounced it Jotun.
Yeah, I like Jotun better, but I hear a lot of people say Jotun, so I always second guess myself. Because on Earth, right, a lot of Nordic languages don't pronounce the J sound.
The J, yeah.
So I think a lot of people are interpolating that into into the northern linguistics of Tyria.
Yeah, it's funny because the wiki actually says pronounced Jotun.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
I'll believe the wiki. The wiki's word is law.
Well, and the wiki is they're linking to an ArenaNet blog post that's on the Guild Wars 2 wiki, and they also say Jotun.
Okay, I'm sold on Jotun. Now, how about Jaga Moraine? Is it Jaga or Yaga?
I've always pronounced Jaga Moraine. Let's find out.
I think Jaga Moraine sounds better, personally, but that could just be my American English, and me being a fan of the J sound.
Yeah.
I'm happy with Jaga.
Say.
Yeah, it's just the name of an explorable area, so I don't think anybody has ever cared enough to investigate or make a call on it.
Right.
Did you fight any Vettiers?
I did.
They're basically like the Azure Shadows from Prophecies, or the like the Fog Nightmares from Kryta. They're like that kind of a thing. They're little ghost guys, a ghost lizard.
Little ghost guys, yep.
Not fun.
No.
There's a farm you can do for Vettiers where like 60 of them spawn, and you just kill them with like a 55 monk. I used to do it.
Yeah, of course you did. You did all of the things.
I used to Raptor farm. I used to do the Vettier farm. I used to do the Totem Axe farm in the boonies in the Makuma jungle. I used to do stone elementals in Old Ascalon in hard mode. You can cheese them with Gladiator's defense. I used to do all sorts of that crap. Back when I was a noob and wanted to make 4,000 gold an hour to try and save up for some elite armor, before I started doing actual content. Fun times, guys. Back in 2007. What does Sif have to go over with us?
So Sif tells us that the Norn bear has been attacking her homestead a lot, and she could use our help. And then she takes us into a really quick quest called Attack of the Norn Bear.
Yeah, a quest that I don't think is necessary. A section of the quest rather that I don't think is because we're about to go in and do the thing.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this could have just been part of going in and doing the thing. But they have a whole separate instance for it.
And I think it's probably just to give Jorah a way to come in, although she could have just wandered into the outpost. I mean, it does take you into an instanced version of the outpost that obviously doesn't have other players and doesn't have the NPCs, so maybe they needed that in order to get Jorah in to show up, as well as the Norn Bear.
Yeah, the whole thing is kind of clunky because did you notice on your way up to Sifhala, Jorah is standing 50 feet outside?
But I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, you can run into her on the cliff face on your way up from Drakkar Lake, and she's just standing there, and I'm like, am I supposed to be meeting her? But my quest star is not on her, and she doesn't have an exclamation mark, so I just talked to her, and she's like, "What's up, bro? I'm here."
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll keep going. I think what the game is trying to communicate is that she is also on the Norn Bear's trail and we are being led to the same place.
Right.
But yeah, she doesn't follow you or anything. She's just standing out there. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
But this instance is pretty easy. The Norn Bear just shows up and you smack him down like you have all the other times he's popped up.
Right. And then Jorah shows up and she tells you that she's been tracking it too. And that it's been cursed. And then you're like, whoa, you seem to know a lot about this. And you get a little side conversation with her in a cinematic. And she tells you about her curse. And she basically...
the cutscene has a placard that says Jorah's Curse.
Jorah's Curse, yeah. And so you find out that the Norn Bear was her brother. And her brother's name is Svanir. and they were out hunting, and they went into an area across Drakkar Lake where her people had always avoided that area, but they decided that they were going to go there. And they could sense that there was some kind of power there. And she tried to tell her brother that they needed to leave. And he's like, no, it feels ancient, but we shouldn't go anywhere. We can essentially tame it. And he tries to commune with it, and it takes him over. And it nearly took her over, but it didn't possess her in the same way that it possessed him. But what she did do was she lost her ability to become the bear.
Yeah, she resisted the power, which meant the power
Yeah.
cursed her with the inability to transform into the bear. He welcomed the power into himself, so he is cursed in the opposite direction to where he is now always the bear.
Right.
It's kind of a classic supervillain, like Marvel-esque origin story combined with like the Wolfman.
Yeah.
It's cool. The Nornbear looks cool. He's like he's got like icicles all over him. He's like blue. And then he's got like a weirdly cute teddy bear face.
Yeah, he's got like this bear face and a Norn body, obviously. He's still got Svanir's body. And then his hands kind of look more like bear paws.
Like werewolf hands almost, like kind of
Yeah, that's a good analogy. He does kind of in a sense become sort of werewolfy.
Yeah.
Werewolfy, yeah.
And I do think this is so, because my initial reaction here was, if we rewind a smidge to when we talked to Sif after we've entered the outpost, we're like, hey, what do you know about the Nornbear? And she's like, oh yeah, he lives like right outside. I know about that guy.
Yeah, he's always attacking us.
Yeah, and so I think it's funny that Jorah is busting her ass to track this thing, but Sif knows where he is because she's great at tracking, right?
Right.
And my initial reaction was to be annoyed. I was like, well, this is poorly written. Sif could have just told us where to find him. But after thinking about it,
yeah, it's kind of like she's waiting for Jorah to be like, hey, can you help me?
Exactly. This is Jorah's journey. And Sif, as kind of a mentor figure in the Norn community, knows that Jorah has to do this herself.
Yeah.
So she lets Jorah do the tracking herself, and then when she comes limping through the front door, she's like, are you ready for help yet?
Right.
So I actually think it's really well written upon further inspection. Very, very good stuff. And after Jorah tells us all this, Sif is basically like, all right, listen, you need the blessing of the wolf because you clearly don't have the blessing of the bear.
Right. And then you can actually go and track him. Yeah,
because the bear is like the fighting spirit. The wolf is like the hunting, tracking spirit.
Right. Exactly.
So we need the wolf to be able to track down the bear.
Yeah.
Which brings us to like the mission segment of the quest. Eye of the North does missions kind of weird.
Yeah.
It does like just sort of show up as instant segments of quests. And that's kind of what we're about to jump into, is the Curse of the Nornbear mission segment.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got to go and track down, get the help of the spirit of the wolf to track down and take out the Nornbear. That's the quest objective.
Yeah, and how good of a time did you have in here? So we got to go into a little complex with a wolf shrine, and we got to kind of go from point A to point B to point C, following the Nornbear. How did this go for you?
So I got to the wolf shrine, had to kill a couple of alpine wolves, and some Jotun that were just hanging out on the shrine itself. I had to take out some Jotun on the way, and I thought about not equipping the wolf skill, and I'm like, you know what, my Eben Vanguard support assassin, he's not really doing much. Let me just slap this on in his stead. And boy, am I glad that I did, because then I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to track. I remember that I'm supposed to go to different points, but I don't have a quest star now after I've gotten the skill. Crap, I should have read the wiki. And so then I went and found the map, and I'm like, well, there are all the points that I got to go to. Let me find my way. And of course, Reforged has given us this new quest tracking thing that shows up on the left-hand side, and I'm still, even though I play other games that have the same thing, my Guild Wars player brain still goes to, I gotta look up in the quest log,
Press
not
L.
look at the left-hand side. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, son of a bitch. So I did not even like, I was like, oh, I can use this wolf spirit skill. Like, what's this doing? All right, okay, I got some skills. That's nice. I didn't even notice that the bloodlust skill was actually useful until I went and checked the wiki, and then I was like, "Oh, you dumbass!"
And it's a
So
30-second
once I figured that,
cooldown.
yeah, but if you pop the stance skill, it will it cuts the skill recharge time, I think, in half.
Yeah, see, I
So you
didn't
can
read that
spam.
tooltip at all.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is so slow. And then I read the tooltip for the one next to it, and I was like, oh, this is useful. And so that made things go a lot better. So once I got that down, then I could track the Norn Bear a lot more easily.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if you had to actually use the skill to be able to pop him, but you don't.
No.
It's me saying this is getting annoying. But I used to farm this mission for Norn points, so I've done this like probably 100 times.
And the cool thing is that it's repeatable.
Yeah.
So, you can actually go back and do the mission over and over again.
Yeah, a classic Norn point farm was starting Eye of the North, grabbing the repeatable book, and then just filling up to this point in this mission, and that gives you enough to turn the book in. I think you do this mission and like a couple other ones from the other quests that were super short to get the book to the threshold where you could turn it in, and it would give you like a few thousand Norn points, and it would take like less than 20 minutes to do all this. And you'd kind of just loop it and keep turning this book in at the first threshold. And that's how I max my Norn title, guys.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
These are the tricks.
Yeah, these were the cheesy things we would do in like 2011 when we were all rushing to get our Guam before Guild Wars 2 came out.
Before Guild Wars 2 came out, yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of these Jotun? These guys are level 28. They hit really hard.
They hit really hard, and there's a lot of mesmers.
There's a lot of mesmers and a lot of warriors that do like hundreds of damage.
Yeah, and they knock you down, which is really most annoying, and then they interrupt your skills, which is even more annoying.
Everything
so here I am,
in this
I'm
mission
like trying to like,
down.
Oh, I know, it sucks. And so I'm like trying to like pop off my signet of spirits, and these suckers would like knock me down, and I'm like, oh bitch, now I've got to like wait for it to recharge before I can like actually use my skill. So
yeah, and they have like weirdly high armor, even though they're wearing loincloths.
Yeah, yes. I think it's their skin.
Yeah,
they're just thick skinned.
They've got like that like troll skin from Harry Potter, where it's just like it's like rhino hide.
I mean, I think they're just living in the far Shiver Peaks. They've been out in the cold for way too long.
They have like a layer of permafrost on their actual body.
Yeah, it's permafrost, and it's thickened their skin and muscles, and yes, they're just basically walking icicles.
Their clubs are like 20 feet long. They're like 2 times as tall as they are. If you got smacked by one of those clubs, you would would
die.
Yeah, you would be chunks
knocked
on the wall.
Out. Exactly.
Yeah. They're kind of it's kind of comical how big their clubs are. But I don't know if we mentioned, but the Jotun are giants. So they're akin in size to like the tundra giants.
We've come across Jotun in the past, right?
I don't think so. I think they're Eye of the North.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they exclusive Eye of the North?
I want to say so, because Prophecies has some giants in Kryta and in the sand giants in the desert, and then the tundra giants in the southern Shiver Peaks, and then and then
I've just played too much Guild Wars 2, I guess.
Yeah, no, Guild Wars 2, everything kind of just bleeds together.
It's kind of, we're getting to that point. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have the kind of the Desolation giants, like the gray giants in Guild Wars Nightfall.
The Ettins and the Yetis.
Yeah, Ettins and Yetis and stuff. Yetis and factions, yeah. And then the Jotun are the giant species in Eye of the North, kind of.
So the wiki says that Jotun are a type of ogre alongside Ettins and Yetis.
Okay. Distinct from giants, not the same thing.
Not the same thing.
I don't know. I just see
But they're a type of ogre.
I just see a big guy, and it's a giant
Yeah,
to me. I don't know.
and they kind of share similarities in their models. So
I feel like giant is if we're that biology breakdown of species where it's like eight things long and kingdom is at the top, I think.
Right.
Giant is the kingdom, okay?
Right.
I'm just putting that out there. But that's the stance I'm taking on it. And, well, and not to mention, this is tangential, but the things that are considered giants in Guild Wars 2 are wildly different from anything in Guild Wars. Like that giant in Diesa Plateau that's attacking that village.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing like that guy in Guild Wars 1. That guy's fucking gargantuan.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some sort of giant evolution that took place between the two games, but Jotun, very nasty to fight. They take forever to kill. That's my biggest gripe, is how long they take to kill.
And then they drop Jotun pelts, and I'm like, thanks.
Yeah, and then they drop useless garbage. You kind of have to hit, after you cap the wolf shrine, you kind of have to hit like 2 points where the Nornbear spawns, and then he backtracks on you, and you have to just turn around and run the other way. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Not the most fun mission to do.
No.
But eventually you like trap him out in like a little courtyard.
On a cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you gotta fight him, and finally he like tries to teleport away, but Sif is like, the wolf won't let you. Sorry, buddy.
Right. And so you take him out, and the whole time that you're fighting him, Jorah is like talking to him and apologizing to him, essentially like, this is the only way. This is the only way. He's like, save your pity, save your compassion.
Yeah, he's talking trash on her the whole time, and she's like, calling him a traitor and all that good stuff, all that sibling rivalry stuff that happens when you and your siblings take opposite ends of an ancient curse upon yourselves.
Yeah, and she's in it, right, and she's in her way, she's trying to save him, but in the only way in the Norn way, which means fighting to the death. Quite literally.
And that's exactly when we finally get him down, and he's cutscene triggers. He's like on his knees, and and Jorah basically. And
you're about to she
runs
takes
him
him out.
Yep.
She does, and she's like, I need to finish this because you're about to like go and deliver the killing blow, and she's just like, no, this has to be my deed. And she just looks at him and then just runs him down. And it's funny because the camera cuts to Ogden and Vekk, who are watching her do this, and they both like look away in shock and horror.
Yeah,
and
they
I'm
do
like,
like
well,
they
what
do
did
like
you think that she was going to do?
They do like a Looney Tunes wince. As like a meat slapping sound effect plays.
Yeah.
It's kind of cartoonish, but it does have impact nonetheless, I think.
It does.
It's quite a heavy scene, especially for Guild Wars. Last time we saw something like this, I want to say, was like in Prophecies when Saedra does her big sacrifice, or when Togo dies in Factions, right? It kind of feels like this. It's a big feel. And it's kind of impressive because it's still towards the beginning of the game, and they already give you like a heavy bit of story, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's
that's
kind of where we leave it off for this episode.
Yep. And then after, I didn't even notice this. I don't know that I saw a pop-up for it, but we're supposed to have Jorah unlocked now as a hero?
Yes, I added her to my party, and I slapped 100 Blades build on her, and I gave her some runes.
Nice. Yeah, I've got to do that.
And now I'm out of money.
Again.
Yep, I'm destitute. I had to like sell a stack of materials to be able to buy her a minor vigor rune.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Your boy's hurting over here, guys. We need to
gotta go do some of your farms.
Yeah, no,
repeat your farms from back in the day.
Yeah, I gotta go capture Gladiator's defense so I can go do hard mode stone elementals again.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I've got Jorah in my party now. Not a good idea. Warrior heroes are like not great, right? Warriors, Would you say warrior or paragon? No, warrior is the worst class in the game, I think. Because paragon, there are some cheesy builds that are good, like the Imbagon build, right?
Yeah.
Whereas I don't
Yeah.
think there's
I mean,
any time you would want a warrior in your party, period.
I take warriors because I'm generally not playing as one, and I need some kind of frontline meat shield. Um, so I'll Kasa's usually a staple of my parties because I'm never playing as a warrior.
Okay.
That's the one class that I just have never gelled with.
Mm-hmm.
And so every time I've tried to start a warrior and max level them, and I think I end up deleting them.
Yeah, it's a class that I enjoy the aesthetic of. Like I like a dude in armor that's got like a big weapon, right?
Yeah.
Huge fan of that. But
Yeah.
they always end up starting out strong, and then when you get to like end game levels, spellcasters always tend to outshine them, and that goes for pretty much any fantasy game ever. And Guild Wars kind of isn't an exception. They just don't have the exceptional utility and versatility that spellcasting classes or even like hybrid classes like dervishes have. So
now, before you come at us in the comments, warrior mains, just please remember these are our takes on it. And you might have a different opinion, and that's okay. But yeah, no, I'm not generally a fan of warriors, and I know I've got friends who love warrior class and will die with the warrior class, and I'm like, I'm glad it works for you. I'd like my mesmers.
Oh, I love playing a warrior. I came back to warrior because it's the one that I like the most out of my 3 characters. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to pretend it's like objectively good, right? Pretty much everything else is better. So, but
you didn't have a good time either with assassin, huh?
Yeah, assassin is just. It's so. Here's the thing. I think a lot of people would say warrior is boring. I think assassin is boring.
Okay.
Yeah, I was so bored of my gameplay loop with assassin by the end of factions. Factions good campaign, but was kind of over it with the whole assassin thing. I wish I had stuck with my bow idea, if anything else. I think it would have been a lot more interesting. But
made it more interesting for you.
Yeah. But that's kind of why I switched it up to the axe on warrior, because I was kind of tired of hammer, and on my main account I play sword already. So I've done a lot of sword warrior. So axe is kind of the one area of warrior that I haven't really gone for.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's kind of the state of the game so far. Sif advises us to go talk to Olaf Olafsson if we'd like somebody who's kind of influential with the Norn to be on our side and to help us sway them. And then Jorah says she needs to go talk to Egil Fireteller up in the Jaga Moraine, up in like the way north of the map. So we gotta jump into those 2 things next episode. And we'll probably do like 1 or 2 side quests per episode, just to kind of go around and find them, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna do like a big side quest episode. I think we're just gonna like take a couple and do them every episode. Did you talk to the black powder guy in Sifala?
I did not. No.
There's a dwarf there who's named like I blow up rocks or something, and he works for a guy named Budger Black Powder, and they like use dwarven powder kegs to blow things up, and he's got like a quest chain. Maybe we'll do that later.
I mean, it sounds like a good time. We'll probably get some kind of something from the dwarven title track, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. And then next episode, maybe we'll do that fight tournament in Gunnar's Hold. That should be fun. That should be an easy time for you. Yeah. So I'm handing you a freebie here, Miko.
Okay. Remind me of this.
Yes. Until we jump into the arena, where can people find you on the internet, Miko?
You can find me at InkySticks on your social media platforms.
All right. And you can find us at Tyria Now on Twitter and Blue Sky and YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So if you haven't already, it's episode 47, guys. If you haven't already, follow us on these goddamn platforms, okay?
Follow, subscribe, do all the things.
Yep. Leave us comments. We like chit-chatting with you guys about the show and about Guild Wars in the comments. So we try to answer all of them. So if you leave a comment, we will chat with you. Even if you're mean. Don't be mean. So we like to have a kind of a happy atmosphere here, positive atmosphere, guys. So
That's
leave
right.
those comments, follow us on those platforms, and we will see everybody on episode 48 for more Norn storyline. See you later, guys.
Bye.